And God said, Behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the face of the earth, and every tree with seed in its fruit. You shall have them for food. Hello, and welcome to Hereby Nature. Today we're going to be going over Genesis 1:29. I'm using the English Standard Version, which reads, And God said, Behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the face of the earth, and every tree with seed in its fruit. You shall have them for food. Okay. That's beautiful. For section 1, it is God's provision for humanity. God ensures abundant provision. Even from the beginning, He ensured humanity's needs would be met. The plants and trees bearing seeds were given as food, emphasizing God's care in providing sustenance for us. The journal prompts for section 1 are reflect on a time when, against all odds, something was provided for you by God. Did you respond with gratitude? The second journal prompt being, do you treat your body as a temple for the Holy Spirit? What are ways that you can grow in this? Some ways that you can grow in this are to trust in God to provide, recognize God's daily blessings in your own life, and to be a vessel for God's provision for others. For section 2, unity between humanity and creation. This verse suggests a balance where humanity receives nourishment from the earth while also having a responsibility to cultivate and care for it. Creation is a gift to be respected and nurtured. And those journal prompts are, what skills do you possess? How can those skills be used to tend to nature? The second question is, when was the last time you bonded with nature without the distraction of the rest of humanity? And some key takeaways for the second section are, see yourself as part of God's good creation. And a little side note here, don't worry if it takes a little bit of time, especially with this being my mindset march. It took me a while, a good long while, to be able to fully accept that. Honestly, even now, it's still kind of hard to accept that, like, I am a good creation that God made. But I am. The second key takeaway is to develop a deep connection with nature. And same situation, over time, this is going to become easier. I personally spent a lot of time, like, out in nature. Like, if something like wonky happened in the day, I would like ride my bike over to a park, and just, that's how I began to draw and like get more and more creative. I would practice that. But if you take time to seek out nature, eventually you will find yourself seeking out God as well. At least that's been my case personally. And the third key takeaway is promote harmony between people and creation as much as possible for your situation. For me, I had to create this entire new life, basically. I had to have an ego death, I guess, is a term that I've heard bouncing around. But yeah, it took a little bit to get to where I'm at now. I say a little bit. I'm about to turn 30. So more than half of my adult life I've spent getting back to this point. I can't even math. Oh, I can't even math. I spent a good amount of time. Last but not least is section 3. Humanity's stewardship over creation. The phrase, I have given you, not only reflects provision, but also responsibility. This verse is a call to action to be mindful stewards of the land, respecting and preserving the resources that God has provided to us. And the journal prompts that I crafted are: we have been given every plant. Reflect on your last meal, which theoretically should have some kind of veggies, and how someone somewhere tended to it so that you could eat, and write your thoughts on the matter. Second journal prompt being: what is a cause that you would volunteer for this year or even next month? And section three's key takeaways are: cultivate a mindset of responsibility. Same as others, over time this will become easier. Practice living sustainably, which is as much as you can for your given situation. I know whenever we went through bankruptcy, we were having to live like on the bare minimum. So I understand not everybody can go out and buy like these like eco-friendly new things that everybody's coming out with. Just like small sustainable changes. I ended up, honestly, my dad gifted me a lot of them. These like reusable shopping bags. And every now and then I still get the little plastic ones, but we use those for bin liners or trash can liners. But yeah, just small little things that you can change out. Which again, it's a practice. So, meaning it's going to become easier over time. Sort of like mindfulness practice and like practicing any kind of anything. Like it's going to get easier and better with time. And the third key takeaway is to serve and to advocate when and where you can. So same situation. I know a lot of people are having to like scrap by, do what they can. But one really big lesson that I had to learn, technically last month, but this month as well, since I got out on Ash Wednesday, was that like you only have one body. So you have to pay attention to like your own resources, like your own like mental capability, your own physical capability. Like do what you can and be okay with what you have been able to accomplish. So for today's personal reflection part, the one journal prompt that I had crafted before any of all the other ones was in this third section, which is: what is a cause you would volunteer for this year, this year, or even next month? And I've been really wanting to like get more involved in my church. I go to Praise Church in Beaumont, and honestly, shortly after I wrote that journal prompt, I got, sorry, a bug flew by. I got I got an email in my inbox from, I guess, the people I would be volunteering from with the church. And they were like, hey, we need some volunteers for Good Friday to help out with the service that they're doing. They're doing one on Good Friday. They're doing one on Saturday for the people that can't come on Easter Sunday. But Good Friday is like its own little thing. And would you happen to know it? They had all openings in the garden at Praise Church. So honestly, if you guys are going to be in the area, I'm going to be there from like 8:30 to 5 is the time frame that I volunteered for. So if you want to pop on by and check out what Praise has going on Good Friday, that would be real rad. And you could say hi. Yeah, so that's my cause. I'm wanting to like volunteer more with the church, help them out as much as I can, because they have made it a lot easier for me to transition back into being a Christian and like being able to walk the walk and being able to help people more so than I would on my own. let alone the fact that I'm already on the social media team. I have one post coming up that I'm going to be working on and crafting for April. So technically, I have 2 volunteer things, but that's not to gloat. That's just like a personal reminder to me. Hopefully, today you heard what you needed to hear. If you liked the video, please do so down below. And also, I would love to hear from you down in the comments. Honestly, I would love for this to be like a two-way communication where either you share a journal prompt or honestly anything down below. I'm going to be keeping a closer eye on it. If being part of this journey with me is something that seems cool or seems rad, then feel free to subscribe. That would be very beneficial in helping me get these free journal prompts. Sorry, another bug. These free journal prompts and messages out to everybody. And on that note too, a link to all of the journal prompts that you guys have been seeing on screen is going to be in one single PDF down in the comments below. It's, again, totally free, no charge. I'll see you guys next week. And until then, friends, have a blessed one. No. Oh, birds. It's real windy.